Hello and welcome back. I'm your host and guide, Thirtyne, and we are finally on the floating continent. That's right. Pretty much this is the halfway point in the game. Now, you're gonna fight some tough enemies up here. If you abuse their weaknesses, they're not gonna be all that bad. You can take them out fairly easily, you just have to be careful because they are gonna have some pretty strong attacks, so while you can take them out fairly fast, they can also throw some punishment right back at you. So, just a little thing to be careful of. And you're basically going to have enemies with ice weaknesses, you're going to have enemies with fire weaknesses, you're going to have enemies with thunder weaknesses. So, because of that, and because they all appear together in random battles, you're sometimes going to end up in fights where all three of them are going to appear together. Now, those are the ones where you need to really watch yourself, because, as you can guess, you get stuck fighting all three of them, and, well, your attacks aren't... You try and multi-target your attacks, and it's not going to be doing all that great. But you fight them on their own, and they're basically pussycats. Right, like here, the behemoth, fight it on its own. It's weak to ice, so let's hit it with some. Do. And see, it's got quite a bit of health. It can throw out a pretty powerful punch there, 300 damage. However, hit it with an ice 2 and he's gone. Now, should we fight him in tangent with some enemies that are weak against fire? You can kind of dig yourself into a corner because you'll have to spend your one turn icing him while the other guys might, you know, be hitting you from behind. And I don't know if you can hear that, but I've really got to learn to turn my phone off before I get into these battles, or start recording, because you probably don't want to have to listen to that. Sorry guys, I'll fix that up in just a second here. Darn, I was hoping fire would have been enough to take him out. Oh well. Oh, come on, even Mog couldn't finish him off, and seriously? All you leave me with is Terra? Alright, fine. Stop trying to conserve my magic. Let's go with the Thundara. The other thing about this area is, you've already noticed I've walked into a few walls, which will cause them to disappear and create new paths, so you've got to stay on the lookout for that. And remember these guys? Ninjas? Yeah, we fought them in the cave to the sealed gate, and they were a bit of a pain then, we only had to fight one. Yeah, now we fight them in groups of 2, and they're just as annoying. Once again, we can take them out easily. It's just a matter of being able to get off that, you know, one thunder attack that they're weak against. But if Terra just so happens to not be the first person who attacks, well, then we're kind of stuck having to wait for her. And in the meantime, they can throw off basically the same skeins that Shadow can and dish out a decent amount of damage against us. Now this fight, not too hard because, luckily enough, all the enemies are weak to thunder, so although our Thunder Skein isn't quite as powerful as, say, you know, a shuriken, spread the damage out across all three, and it actually adds up to being better. That, and these guys aren't all that strong, comparatively to other enemies in this area. I don't know why I started talking like this. Please, God, make it stop. This is... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this battle in. I was gonna cut it, but I decided against it, just so you can see how annoying it can be when you get enemies of all three types against you, because, well, Terra's been stopped, so she can't do anything. The two guys in the front, the one up top, are weak against fire. The guy on the bottom, I think he absorbs it, so we can't even hit them all with fire. Luckily for us, the stupid idiot at the back that we killed first used his life shaver on Locke before he was even hurt. And because Locke has the Earth Gear still, well, he basically healed Locke back to full and dealt himself a little bit of damage there. So, that was kind of nice. Oh, and this switch, I don't actually think it does anything. It allows you to go back if you need to. Oh, hey, never mind, it's a shortcut to get back down there. I guess that makes sense. You know, the shortcut and all. I honestly thought that lowering that top block didn't do anything, because you can always just go back around, but hey, yeah. Few less steps, I'm not complaining. I don't know what I'm looking for. You know what? Screw it. Let's just attack. I don't know what spell I wanted to cast. Yeah! You know, this place really isn't as hard as I remember. You know, this game really isn't as hard as I remember. Although, the reason that this game might be a lot easier suddenly is because I'm actually one of those players that doesn't really like to use magic all too often. I prefer to just, you know, stick to physical attacks, physical type damages, so normally when I play through I like to use Sabin a lot because his blitzes, Edgar for his tools, you know, those type of characters. But really, casting magic, especially when you know what everyone's weak against, is really the way to go. Like, it just decimates everyone. Especially with, well, seriously, a 56 stat in magic by using the Espers to help her level it. Now that every time she gains a level, she gains at least +2, plus what the level gives her. Right? Like, come on. Locke's already got a strength of 76, so we're already just basically every attack with those two characters is dishing out over 1,000 damage. That's a lot at this point in the game. Or at least a lot for what I usually deal at this point in the game. Oh my god. Okay, you know what, I can't have her. Let's risk it. Alright, Mog. If this fails, it's all up to you. It's all up when you fall. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was too close. Oh my god. Let's not do that again. Yeah, see, as I said, ninjas not, like, strong, but they can be a real pain in the ass. And, of course, down here, we've got a save point. So let's heal up. I know I just used a whole bunch of healing, but that was magic, so we're gonna drop this tent to restore our MP. Because we got a boss battle coming up. I'm also gonna, you know... Yeah, it's my oldest save. So let's save our game and continue on. If I remember correctly, the boss battle should be pretty close. you see our ship down there? This is where we get the chance to return to our ship if we want. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to run through this whole area again. Alright guys, with all the enemies out of the way, all we got left is the boss fight. That's right, that guy up there is going to be our boss. Now, I'm going to explain my strategy here, because I don't really want to be talking during the battle. Because this guy has some epic music. I mean, like, best music in the game. At least my favorite music in the game. So, I'm going to sit back and let us listen to it. Again. Now, what I'm pretty much going to be doing is Terra's going to morph, she's going to hit him with my strongest magic. Shadow's going to be throwing shurikens for some extra damage, because he can't really do much of anything else. And Locke and Mog are going to be my healers. Locke, before he goes into heal mode, is also going to try and steal from him, because the Atma weapon's got a pretty good accessory you can get. If you're lucky, you can steal the ribbon, which will negate all status ailments to the character it's equipped on. If you're not so lucky, you just steal an elixir, which, oh no, awesome item still. Now, the reason I want 2 healers is because he's got some pretty brutal attacks. He can hit you with Flare, with Meteor, with Quarter, which knocks everyone down to a quarter health, and he's got his own, which can be pretty brutal. So, that's about it. That's what I'm going in with. Let's see how lucky I get. Come at me, bro! Oh yeah! 3 attacks and that's it. He's done. Well, and Shadow's shurikens, which I'm sure helped out as well. Right? Right? Let's give him a little ego boost. Anyways, on top of that, we got the ribbon. Man, we've been pretty lucky so far. I do have to say, but will my luck hold out? Will I be able to keep spinning these 7s? Is this jackpot going to continue? I don't know, guys. Find out in the next episode. And I guess everyone after that. See you guys.